In this video, we're going to talk about challenge coin colors, plating options, and some other things we can do with the raised and recessed metal of a challenge coin. As we take a look at this challenge coin, it's a 1.75 inch coin. This is a two-dimensional design. So as we zoom in on the coin, you can see that there are raised and recessed areas for the coin. In the raised area is the area that's the border and the text. The recessed area is where you see the enamel paint. So the enamel paint sits in a reservoir which is created by the recessed metal and the raised metal edges. This paint is done with a syringe during the production process, and you can see we can get very, very detailed with very intricate designs. On the back of this coin, again, another example of the raised and recessed areas. The black enamel is paint in the recessed areas. One thing to note on this coin are the F-15 aircraft are sculpted using a three-dimensional die. In this mold, the 3D F-15s, as we move the coin around, you can see the different aspects of the Strike Eagle, and you can really see the detail of the ordnance and the design. As we go to another coin, it's again two-dimensional soft enamel. So when we talk soft enamel, this is raised and recessed metal stamped onto the coin, and the enamel paint sits in the recessed area. Again, very intricate designs. We paint using enamel paint, which never chips and it never flecks or anything like that. Some coin manufacturers are going to want to advise you about using epoxy to coat the coin. We always strenuously advise against using epoxy because epoxy will hide the beauty of the coin. It'll be like looking through a swimming pool to the bottom of the swimming pool and try and see the details. It mutes the colors. It's not necessary. In our experience, we've never had any coins where the enamel has chipped or flecked away. Another example of a soft enamel coin. In this case, you can see the text is raised metal and the white background is enamel paint that sits in the reservoir of the recessed area of the coin. So what we just talked about was soft enamel. Now let's talk about hard enamel. Hard enamel is not epoxy. Hard enamel adds about 30% to the price of your challenge coin. And as you take a look at this, you can see the entire coin is flat. So it still has the paint, but you can see it's a flat, almost a candy-coated surface. Again, this is not epoxy. On the other side of the coin, again, see how it's flat? There's no raised or recessed areas. As you put your hand across it, it's a lot like a poker chip. In fact, here's a challenge coin we made for a client that is a poker chip. So you can see the king and the ace, the playing cards, very, very detailed. It's smooth, just like a poker chip. One thing I'd like to talk about right now is the metal plating of a coin. All challenge coins start out with a base metal of copper or brass, sometimes bronze. It's a very rough, it looks like bare metal when the coin is first made. Then the coin is electroplated using the chemical and electrical process to put a metal plating on top of the coin. That's where you get the color of the metal. In this case, we have an antique copper metal plating. This coin shows a shiny gold metal plating. In this coin we saw before, this is antique silver. Looks a lot like a gunmetal gray. And in this coin, we have a shiny silver. So in this video, hopefully you were able to see that the colors and the different types of metal plating options really change the look of your coin. The soft metal is your standard challenge coin. It uses the two-dimensional raised and recessed metal, and then when you upgrade to a hard enamel coin, that is that flat, smooth surface, really looks good. Stay with us. Next time we're going to talk about some other extras that we can add to your challenge coin, such as consecutive numbering, engraving, and different types of edging.